Hello everyone, we're back in SnowRunner with our Chevy, successfully rescued in last episode. And off we go. Today, I don't really have much of a plan, to be honest. We're going to do some more scouting along in Smithville Dam. But the first step of that is to firstly get rid of this gearbox that absolutely nailed our fuel consumption last time, and was the reason we were probably stuck before. I know the extra gears on this is helpful, but for now I don't want to risk it anymore. I'm also going to check what we're looking like tyre wise. I think we're still away from mud tyres. Yeah, level 7, we're level 5. I'll risk it with a highway still, hopefully. That doesn't upset us. Still haven't got an engageable diff. It's going to be somewhere. Can't remember where. And we're going to change colour while we're here. That's a nice little blue. Let's go with that. And I think it's time to jazz it up with the sticker. One of my favourites for the Chevy, for no real reason, apart from the fact I really like it, is this wonderful maple syrup one. So there we go. A nice, completely random maple syrup logo on the truck. Change of colour, a very battered front end, bumper, whatever you call it. And we are almost off. What we're going to do today is come down here, cross over this little bump and head on up to the watchtower over here. So I'm just going to put a couple of markers in to try and avoid getting lost. And we'll see where we go from there. I say a little bit of an unplanned one, but we need to explore more of this map anyway, so should be good. Starting by trying to drive off with the handbrake still engaged, of course, which is always a great way to begin. And immediately I find that whilst I did put some markers down, I've forgotten where the front of the start of the path is. Is it right or left? It is to the right. It's just here, isn't it? First time we came down here, we of course waded straight into that puddle of mud. But today, oh, look at the skill involved today. We've gone round it. We're learning, everyone. We are learning. And somewhat of a tangent, but somewhat slightly related in terms of learning. I hope you all enjoyed the last episode, where there's more time lapses, more music creeping in. I certainly enjoyed making it and editing it and finding the music to go in the episode. But what really matters is whether you enjoyed watching it. Really concentrate while I'm going down here rather than waffling on, because it's a bit of a hairy slope. I think we're through with it. And look at that fuel consumption now, so much less. But yeah, if you did enjoy all the additional music in the time lapses, then that's wonderful. If you didn't, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you did like it as well. You know, it's always good to get a bit of feedback. And for now, I'll certainly keep doing it, because there's definitely times in these episodes where I feel like I'm just talking bollocks for the sake of it. Probably like right now, to be honest. And I don't have much to say about what's actually going on gameplay wise. And I think initially when I started the channel, I felt like I almost had to fill the space, fill the audio space that is. Whereas in reality, I don't think I do. I'm also being mindful, of course, of when we are time lapsing though, because I think, you know, if you look at last the last episode where there was a lot of time lapse. It was lots of repeated journeys, you know, going back and forth to across the dam, for example, and back to Black River and back from Black River. I don't want to cut them out. I think I've mentioned that previously, but having them time lapse certainly speeds the episodes up, and you know, speeds the repetition away. So I'm hoping not to time-lapse too much when it's new ground, a bit like where we are now. Heading out to this lake. This could be fun, looking at the surface here. But yeah, use the time-lapse for repeated journeys, essentially. Oh goodness, this is going to be a treat. Now, remember last time we came across some water in the Chevy? It all went very badly, didn't it? And the question is that going to happen today? We're still in reverse. Goodness. I'm not entirely convinced whether we're going to be able to get across here. Which would be a fantastic start to the episode. It's very, very muddy. You can see the truck's basically stuck already. If we can creep nearer these rocks, it might be a slightly harder surface. Go. So sometimes it's literally a meter or two makes all the difference to progress in SnowRunner. Nice little pretty lake though. See some sort of mission over there. I think that's the Lost Trailer, I believe it's called. We can also see the watchtower that we're heading to up ahead. Bounce our way across the rocks. Make our way over to the trees just so we've got something to grab onto should the worst happen. Ooh, I can see it getting muddy. Again, stick near the trees to help us across if needs be. Drop it into low range. Yeah, I know I've lost those extra gears from getting rid of the SnowRunner gearbox, but I think it's the reasonable decision right now. The fuel drain was just too much. You know, it might be a different story if we can get a scout fuel trailer to pull around with us, and we've got the mud tyres so we're not churning up as much fuel when we're stuck in the mud, essentially. But for now, I think it's the right decision. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going right now. So, let's find a nice little place to park. Double check the map, I think. So I can't even see where that watchtower's gone. This will be where we stop, check the map, and immediately find that it's like round the corner, hidden by one tree or something. Just wanna make sure we're not gonna sink into the mud. Right, let's park it there. Engine off. Ah, it's this way. Over to the right. So we essentially want to go to basically there and then pop it that way. just beached us on a rock. Quite possibly. Feels like it's been a while since we did a watchtower, but it was only an episode or two ago. So, engine off. Watch the cutscene. Ooh, very nice. And we've found some things. So what have we found? Found the antenna tower? Upgrades? A Chevy. Another upgrade. And lots of missions. Cool. So, where are we now? We're up here. We probably want to... Yeah, I think we'll carry on along here and up here and see if we can grab the upgrade here. So that's our next steps. Oh, hello, SnowRunner camera. Not experienced SnowRunner yourself. If you don't actually play it and just watching this video or watching SnowRunner videos on YouTube. The game has a habit of sending the camera into a bit of a state whenever you are near some tall infrastructure. In that case, it was the watchtower. It sort of, I don't know how to describe it really. It sort of blocks itself when you rotate it round, so and then just immediately jumps up above. You might have seen it in the last episode where it went absolutely mental at one point, as we were just coming across the dam. I think in the last video, if you're really curious, there's actually a timestamp just before it happens, because it's just as the video launches into the third time lapse. Entertainingly, it actually ended up happening to the beat of the music, which is a happy accident. And what have we got? Engageable, not for this though. It is for the GMC. So, not a particularly useful truck, but having an engageable lock on it is probably makes it a bit more useful, maybe. So, next up is to head down this way, which will get us to, hopefully, our next watchtower. Where did we come from? So we came from there, yeah. Right. Let's go. So I can feel the Chevy struggling a little up this hill. It's a bit of a weird map, is Smithville Dam. I'm going back to remembering playing it on normal mode here, but this whole centre section, you kind of pop up here what feels like just a couple of times for the odd watchtower upgrade and like a couple of tasks maybe, and then the rest of the time you spend an awful lot of time over in kind of the western section of the map, over near the, I think it's the oil drilling site and the quarry and taking the main road to get to places. But yeah, this whole central section, this kind of island almost, where we are now, I rarely touch upon, so kind of quite unfamiliar with this side of the map in a way. It's not new to me, but it certainly feels a little fresher than the other parts of the map. Ah, so there's a watchtower just over to the left. I'm just trying to work out how to get over to it. It's almost past the... kind of want to go this way really, to avoid slipping down into what looks like a little bit of a ravine of a hill. Got some nice morning light coming through the trees today in the old pine forests. I think it's a pine forest, not really a forest, a mountain with trees on. So every word of what I just said there could be completely wrong. Ooh. Ooh, hello. That's close. I know we have got the auto wind, so if we had rolled over there it wouldn't have been too much of a disaster. Lots of trees around, but it still can be a bit of a faff to pull yourself out of it. So just grabbing onto that one there, just in case things went a little bit wrong with our wheels then. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and grab this mission up here, and then we'll head to the watchtower. I've got a feeling this might be one where you're required to... oh, I don't know. New objective. Michigan Trail. Details. Yes! It's one that involves driving all around on these top rocks where we've sort of just come from. We can do that. That's good. And we've got some trailers over here as well. Sideboard trailer. Some metal beams in. And a curtain side that'll be for the mission, I'm sure. Task, to be correct. So whilst we're up here, we can probably do a bit of adventuring and complete Michigan Trail. And that'll get us just a little bit of experience and money. I know it's kind of going back on ourselves a little, but again, since swapping out that, that gearbox, the longevity for the fuel supply for this truck is just so much more. Right, next watchtower. So a few more objectives, plenty more land. More things to find. There's a truck down there that we can rescue. That is ours as soon as we get it, but it's a highway truck. It's not particularly useful. So I think we're going to go do flag C first. Oh, flag D's all the way over there. That's a pain. How do we want to do this? Yeah, let's go get flag C. Oh, I'm just thinking I had all that space to go around either way and managed to not make a decision and just go straight into the tree. It's excellent work. My word's slipping a bit. So I think what we can do now is jump up, grab probably E, B, and A, and then swing back and wind our way down here and see what we've got in the south here, because we can pick up these tasks and then head on up, pick up find the antenna tower, and then maybe swing around, grab the upgrade, maybe grab the lost trailer. I remember it being very muddy in this area, so I don't necessarily know whether that's the wisest option. Ooh, we're still in reverse. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. That could have been fun. Anyway. Did I not put waypoints down? I thought I did. None of them seem to be showing up. Whatever. There we go. It's just 'cause it's literally on the objective that the objective is kind of hiding it, really. I do like these scout missions where you just kind of have to drive around and get to places. It feels like some proper kind of off-roading experience, and you know, it's a very different part of the game to driving around in the big trucks delivering cargo. It's just kind of taking these fun little routes to try and find things, and then very carefully nudge forward. Up the flag, and then beat a hasty retreat away from the edge in our now wonderfully maple syrup adorned Chevy. I think it's maple syrup anyway. If not, I'm just horrendously stereotyping Canada. bit exciting with the angle of the hill here. We can do it. We can do it. Come on, little Chevy. Yeah, you're good. You're good. I do like the way that spare tire just bounces around in the roof rack. Again, drop down to low range just so we can nudge forward. Lovely views from up here of the various parts of the map. Yeah. Very glad I got rid of that gearbox. It was, yeah. I've talked about it a lot, but yeah, it was too much at this stage of the game. Right, this is a bit of a struggle here. And there's nothing to winch onto, I think. Oh, we can winch onto the flagpole. Amazing. Well, that changes things. There we go. So that is point whatever it was done. So it's just D to go. Fantastic. So we can head on out to that and then skirt around the bottom of the map and see what we can uncover. Lovely kind of light effects in this game as well at times. Four-wheel drive, that was a mistake. I thought I might be able to do it and save some fuel, but evidently not. So we kind of lost the traction from the front tyres almost immediately. I do like the blue that this truck is now. Nice shade. I think I prefer it to we had before. So we've still got the basic engine in this. I think we have actually got an upgrade option for it installed in the garage. But again, like the gearbox, it just hammers the fuel consumption. And we're kind of back where we started. Park us here and see what the best approach to Flag D is. I think it's probably down the hill to about here and then up and across maybe. Maybe. Oh, hello. That fell away from in front of me very quickly, and I didn't notice it. I'm not entirely sure how we're getting through these trees. It might just be a case of forcing ourselves around or through. actually, for a rare opportunity, get in first person. I find it a little more helpful in situations like this, where you've got to kind of force your way through lots of trees and avoid the tree stumps. And the tree stumps, sorry, the actual trunks of the trees and the branches. I find first person's a little easier for picking a route. There we go. Michigan Trail's done. Just out of interest, how far are we off the next level? Not a lot at all. 170 maybe? That's good. So, can we risk a descent down to here? It's quite a way. And if this goes wrong, it's going to go really wrong. But it could be fun. And we've got an auto winch. So what's the worst that could happen? I'm sure I've just committed all sorts of foul things by asking that. It could be that we actually find there's some massive drop as well. Oh no, no, that was much better than I expected it to be. Apart from that bit, I didn't see that tree stump. So we got a task here, that is repairing the truck, which is that GMC there. So next we're off to pick up the lost bags task. Pop the actual SnowRunner music pack on today, just because I don't see any time lapses happening in this video. Because it's all new ground, as I said earlier. I don't really want to time lapse any areas that are kind of brand new to the series. In most cases anyway. I'm sure there might be the odd one. I'm sure there have been the odd one in the past, but trying to avoid it where possible. So we are going the right way. I'm just scared of this very muddy looking path. As you can see, that's slowing us right down right away. And we are actually running out of fuel in the tank now. We've got the jerry cans on top, and they're full of fuel. But again, I'm mindful of trying not to get this stuck out in the middle of nowhere again, like we did before. Something. There's a branch. Good old branches in SnowRunner. Cause all sorts of problems. realised that was a risky manoeuvre without any trees nearby. We should just be able to... God, it's quite a long way to... Oh no, we want to grab lost bags and then carry on up this side, don't we? That was my mistake. For some reason I thought we needed to go up there and come back down. But no, we'll grab that while we're here. Service trailer, that's exciting. Make sure we tag that for the experience. Cool. Grab the lost bags. Destroy someone's fence. And then back the way we came. I think we can actually skirt a good chunk of the road in the forest by using this beach and miss a bunch of the mud, essentially. Skirt around it is what we're saying, if I skirt that. I've got a feeling the mission we're about to pick up actually asks us to go back exactly to where we were up on top of the hill, which we're not going to do now, but what we will do is keep that in the bank for later, because we might well be going up there to pick up the metal beams, and if not, I'm sure there'll be an opportunity to pass somewhat nearby. You can feel that mud just starting to bring us to scream into a halt like it did then. I'm still on the right direction. And we're just running out of beach, I think, so that's why I came back towards the track. Oop. Sorry, tree. So yeah, that's right back to where we were. But we'll ignore that and head on back down this path to the upgrade that was just across the maybe river, floodlands, body of water. I'm not sure. Need a geography geography graduate to tell me the correct. Or a fan of geography. I don't know. I'm chatting bollocks again, aren't I? So this is where we've got to wind across. Ooh, this looks a little bit scary. No trees if things go wrong, but there is a lot of hard ground. Put ourselves back into four-wheel drive, of course. Actually, it seems to be going okay. There's the upgrade. You can see the big yellow flashing immersion braking square, pickup zone, objective zone, whatever you want to call it. We've got a nice hairy angular drive here, but we're away from that. Right, cool. Yeah. So what will this be? We have an upgrade. We're going to get the upgrade. It's engage. Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? What a treat. That's our engageable for the Chevy. Fantastic. That is wonderful news. So, what's next? Well, the lost trailer's all the way down there. I don't know whether I want to go and get that yet, because that's a lot of driving on some mud to get there. But likewise, if we do that, we can head that direction, pick up the trailer, and maybe head back to the garage to install the engageable. So let's do that. I do remember this route being fairly muddy from when I did it. Ooh, a good year or so ago, previously. But I also remember there being plenty of trees around, so as long as I can actually make it through this little gap here, we should be okay. Should be okay. Caught on a tree. Caught on a tree, lads. Right. Let's have that a go again. No, what the hell is going on? Right. I want that one. Thank you. Thank you for letting me go. And we're up. Oh, my word. Something just gave us a bit of grief. I'm still stuck, but we can force our way through with a winch. I feel like I'm sliding a bit. Which again is probably those wonderful highway tyres. That was not quite how I planned that going. But thankfully, our autonomous winch gave us a good bit of a rescue there. I was already in the process of trying to grab onto something, and I was trying to grab that tree to the left to use it as a kind of safety harness. But when I initially did it, I tried to press the wrong button, and I didn't press the wrong button. I was trying to go into low range early. You might have seen where I tried it, slipped out of it, and careened towards the edge a little bit. Keep getting stuck on trees, which is fine. I want to go down to the beach, grab that so we don't go plunging into the water. So you can see we're starting to dig into the ground a bit here. Again, if we keep close to the tree line, probably. Okay. Well, and there's that trailer. You can just see it starting to poke out the mist along the shoreline. And the question is, will we reach it before we run out of fuel? I know that I've got fuel in my jerry cans, of course. I'm just curious to see whether we'll make it there or not. A bit stuck. Annoyingly with only that one to get us out. But it's better than nothing. Because we can now Spider-Man away to that one. Goodness, this is very muddy here now. Just going to see if I can get that. Nose in on this. I don't know whether that was the right idea. But we can at least refuel the Chevy from the scout fuel trailer. What I'm trying to do is I'm not really sure. I was hoping to be able to drag myself in and pick up the mission, but that's not massively essential. Because we could have picked it up from where it was where you drop the fuel trailer off from, but now we've got to get out of here. That's fine, because what we can do is winch ourselves out. Turn the truck around. And that's the reason I started winching the fuel trailer to us earlier, so we didn't have to go down. To a point where we were away from the trees for rescue. And there we go. Attached. Now, this thing's usually quite heavy. I don't know whether we're going to try and drag it up here. Drag it out this way. I've gone for this way. I tried the other way previously, and I remember that being a complete pain. So let's try it this way this time. You can see just how slow we are now pulling this trailer. But the good news is we don't really need to worry about fuel anymore for the time being, and we're on our way to get the diff lock. here we are at the bottom of the slope, ready to try and pull the fuel trailer out. But I'm going to tease you with it and leave that mission, or leave that adventure until next time. I say I've been recording for almost an hour now. Time flies by, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed a bit of scouting around Smithville Dam today, uncovering this centre island and completing the, I think it was the Michigan Trail task. We've picked up a lot of tasks ready to do next time, or ready to do in future. And of course we'll begin next week's, I say next week, the next episode. I don't know whether it'll be next week or not. Could be sooner, could be later. But yeah, we'll begin the next episode with trying to grab this fuel trailer and bring it up to the top, back to the garage to install the engageable. So thank you to everyone who has watched today and watches all of the videos whenever. It's very much appreciated. As always, leave me any thoughts, feelings, feedback, opinions in the comments, please. Sorry for the bangs, as I've been recording this outro. I can't help myself booting a table or slapping my hand onto a knee, just like you may have heard there. But other than that, take care, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.